Hello everybody, MOG Supersonic Gaming here, and today I thought I'd make a video. Sorry. Uh, they finally revealed the new Dead by Daylight X Fnaf collab, and from what I can tell, or you can see here on the screen, the models and designs of the characters are different than usual. In this video I thought I'd break down, what's different, talk about it. You guys usually aren't used to these type of videos, but I thought I'd just make a video talk about it. See here, I tried to somewhat recreate the lighting, not accurately. This is a little red there, I didn't see it. Light accuracy is not my thing. I'm not that great at it. I mean, at least in terms of lighting. And posing, I can probably do. But yeah, I mean, it's slightly accurate. Actually, I just had that needs to be faced a little too more. Who cares? As you can see here, so let's talk. This is not scripted or anything. I thought of it beforehand, but I probably forgot what I was gonna say. But no, just based off what we're seeing here. So you can see this is clearly. Oh, I need to do this. See, this is clearly. I'll choose a different color actually. Okay, well, seems like I'll just do this right here. Okay, now I go. See, like this right here is not the same model as this right here. You can clearly see the head shape is a lot more different. It's a lot more rounded, a lot more egg shaped. It's something that I noticed. I think this is a more lit up version. Actually, I don't know. No, I think this is a more lit up version. But as you can see here, the snout is more different than we got here. So it's got like a similar general shape where it goes like this, but here this one is a lot more wider than this one, and you can see that actually starting from right here it starts becoming a slightly different color. It might be just the lighting, but you can see there's like a small little line here which suggests it's different lighting. You see the nose more blacker, and you can slightly see the same scars or whatever a little bit here, right there, so that's visible. His teeth are a lot more bigger, a lot more visible, a lot more straight too. It seems like he has like a more smile compared to the regular Springtrap. Now I'm not sure what that's there. That might be blood. I cannot tell what that is. Everything else looks quite similar. The endoskelet is different. I'll show another picture later, where they kind of made the model from ground up. Even the corpse inside is different. Of course, we can't see Afton's mouth, but maybe eventually people probably rip the models. Also, something I noticed is that the eyelids seem to be a lot more flatter. Springtrap were like more withered, and his eyes, I don't know, I can't tell, but they're like straightforward. Where compared to Game Springtrap, I kind of pose them so you cannot tell, but usually his eyes are like not facing the same direction. It's kind of derpy. Since I posed them, I posed the eyes manually. You can't see it anymore because I was trying to make it accurate. And also his nose shape. I talked about the nose color, but I didn't talk about the nose shape. See, look at that. Here it's a lot more cubish around there. There's that. His ears are also smaller. They are smaller. And that's the most I can make out of this image. We're not going to be just talking about Springtrap. We're also going to be talking about some other things. Here we have Freddy and Bonnie. I just noticed I didn't properly. Yeah, who cares? Here is a quick comparison I made, just like the Springtrap, to see some of the differences. Of course, you can immediately tell the shape of their heads. It's different. They clearly also modeled this, but it looks like they didn't use that much reference. You can still see Freddy's overall shape right here. It's like this Freddy's, but it seems like it's a little more flatter. Maybe they used the movie models as inspiration. I'm not sure. Bonnie also here appears to be purple, where there's another shot of him on the show stage where he looked to be more blue. The show stage models, the textures might be slightly different. As you see, this Chica looks really dirty. See Bonnie's snout, white. And Freddy, also his snout's a little more of a brighter color compared to accurate Freddy. See, the eye color is different. The pupils are different. And the eyebrows too. and the teeth are a lot more less aligned, and Bonnie's are a lot more cubical. So you see, you got the comparison right here. I forgot to close their eyes. See, I see the inside of Freddy's ears is more browner, but this is also the case for regular Freddy. You see, where it's more dark, but this one seems to be more dark. You got the endoskeleton right here too, where I don't know if you guys remember how the endoskeletons look like, but let me see right here. Oh no, that's Springtrap. Oopsie daisies. Mask. You see right here? That is quite different. The Fnaf endoskeleton is more flatter, and this one's like a brick. It reminds me of the Mimic endoskeleton actually. I'll put an image on the screen. I don't know if this looks like a foot. So there's that. And Chica. Of course, I didn't have time to set up a model, but I'll also put her picture on the screen. She is also different. And I wonder if they're going to have Foxy. I hope they do have Foxy. Like, Into the Pit was missing Foxy. They gotta bring him back. Got me? Here. Yep, I guess that point across. Also, Bonnie just realized also has this thing. It's more visible. It's painted on. And jaw shape. You can see the crack is not as visible. That sounds really dumb when I say it. Freddy Snow actually seems to be more. Also, like, I don't know how to explain it. You see, Freddy Snout here is like this, where this game Freddy Snout is more like this. You know what I'm saying? It has more of a curve right here rather than this one that just kind of goes down like that. Hope that makes sense. Now to the next thing. Okay, so here we're gonna talk about. Oh, hold up! I just realized this. Let's fix that slightly. I couldn't be bothered with closing the fingers. But I could slightly do that. There we go. Now let's talk about the legendary skin for that will be by Mathen, who's going to be voiced by Matthew Lillard. Also, this is good. Many of you might not know this, but the base Springtrap will be voiced by PJ Haywood, which is the same guy who voiced him in FNAF AR and also Scraptrap in FNAF 6. The legendary skin will have a re-voice lines, like it will be re-recorded with Matthew Lillard, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. So here is a comparison between. I don't know what's actually going on here. The model broke right here. I don't know what's going on here. I can get rid of it, but whatever. We're looking at the suit right now. I do notice that the head is looks a little off. I'll put a picture on the screen too. It's a bit flawed. His hair looks a little weird, but that's fine, I think. So here you can see, I couldn't be bothered doing the lighting, but I could tell that they got the colors pretty much correct. The yellow might be slightly off, but I'm not sure. Because this model is slightly flawed. I forget to turn the flip. Maybe that's why it went up. Yeah, that is why. Okay. Well, there, that's fixed. So you can see here. I don't know. I forgot. Dude. This one, I'd say, is more accurate than Game Springtrap, but you can see, I might be just from the perspective. His foot is a lot more wider. Yeah, oh, okay, there we go. His foot is a lot more wider. You might think it's because of the perspective, but no. Looking from here, you can clearly see that the toes are a lot more exaggerated there. And his hands, oh my god, they're massive. Look how huge that is. And not even just his hands. Look at that knife. Look at that thing. Look how massive that is. That's probably in terms for gameplay, so it's a lot easier to the hitboxes and stuff. Because if you carry down a small knife, it'd be a little weird. Well, actually, let me quickly. Boom. There you go. As you can see, the bow tie is a lot bigger, and the holes are a lot more. Like, this is the spring lock hole. They have the spring lock hole, and you can see the whole cupcake bit. You see he's bleeding out. So this is very likely him after he got spring locked. Though he does not have the mask. I watched some videos about the Dead by Daylight lore. Let me unselect this. Please let me unselect it. Hey, there you go. And like, if you guys don't know, it's about some weird. Oh, no, I selected that. Oh, what is it? It's about some weird entity that feeds off of emotion. So what it does is that it takes villains and survivors from different universes, puts them to the game, and makes them do things, and you can feel off of the agony and the whatever. So this could be very much after he gets spring locked, but the entity's keeping him alive. That's definitely what could be happening. While I think it's cool that we finally got our first William Afton model. This is the first time we got like a live William Afton. It's a little crazy. Of course, it's nothing that. I mean, it's crazy, but it's also not crazy because it's just Matthew Lillard, slightly changed a little bit. His face looks a little different, but still, it's like, oh my god, it's William Afton as a 3D model. It's crazy, right? And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like, oh man, this collab is just so surreal in general. I've never been the biggest Dead by Daylight fan, but I always like knew that Fnaf always should have been in this game. And look at that. I even bought the game on discount. I never played it though. I'm saving that until the collab comes out. So yeah, talk about William Afton's head. The thing about it is that I really hope there's like a toggle, something like that lets you put on the mask. Because like, as cool as it see William Afton, he might look a little goofy and look a little dumb walking around compared to regular Springtrap. It'll be really nice if you can put on the mask. You can have it an option. Maybe it could be an emote. I have no clue. I have never played Dead by Daylight. I have no clue if there's emotes or how the skins work. But I'm just saying it would be nice. If they don't add it, okay, well, that'll kind of suck, but what can you do? You got the regular Springtrap. So you can see, also, his pelvis is a lot bigger too. No, but actually, his body is also more like fatter looking. Look at the belly. Look at that compared to this one, where the Dead by Daylight one's like this, while the accurate one's like, I'm not doing a very good job. It's like it goes more like this, while the accurate one's more like this. You can see it's just more flatter. You get the point. The bow tie also looks a little more scattered, but that might be just. I think also the buttons are much bigger too. But like a lot about this design is a lot more exaggerated. As you can tell, like the belly's bigger, his feet, the toes on his feet are a lot more fatter. His hands are massive, the knife is massive. It's a little more cartoonish. It's probably because, you know, this is a real suit someone had to wear. This is a 3D model. They can get away with him looking more, you know, cartoonish. So there's that. So here's so these are two screenshots. Someone on Twitter, I don't remember this thing has been spread so much. I don't remember who did it originally. My bad. They combined them to this little more blurrier. So you can see Freddy and Chicken. Of course, it's cropped off this Bonnie. But as you can see, you got, hold up. Let me hide Springtraps. I don't know where it is. Corpse and Endo should be right here. Yep, his armor check. His armor should be right here. As you can see, it's him. And you can literally see he's so much more high detail than Springtrap. And it's not just cloud spec. I believe that's what it's called. It's actual good texture. Something I noticed is that look at that flesh. You can see an actual human corpse in there. Look right there, and that's so much more. I just noticed this, by the way, this one. I noticed that, but this right here, I did not. And if you look at Springtrap right here, it's just a bunch of guts and weird meat thingies. Here you can see the actual human body. But I love how they actually kept this weird ankle guts. I don't think they're guts, they're probably just pieces of flesh left behind. I don't know why they're roundish like that. I don't know what Scott was cooking. Are those wires? It has the flesh texture. So you can see his hand looks pretty accurate. His thumb looks a little bigger. His neck, you can't really make out more. I really want to see his face and more brighter. His ear. Look, it's a lot more like sharp, like the edge. It's a lot less rounded. See how the edge is round here, but for this one, it's like, it's more, like, the game's Springtrap here, it's like this. This one, it's more like this. Not sure, I believe, I completely forgot. Springtrap is like this and this is like that. Something like that, I kind of forgot. As you see here, Game Springtrap is like this. Dead by Daylight Springtrap is like this. So yeah, there are some stylistic changes. They made some changes to them. There's more wires sticking out there. The wires are right here, but it seems like these ones are more over-exaggerated. So the endoskeleton is much more different, you can tell. There's a lot of creative liberty put into this, and I'm honestly not upset about that. There's no hand. There's no... That's a little weird. There's no human hand visible there. Where did his hand go? That's weird. See that? And also he doesn't have the weird clipping thing. They could have added just made it not clip, but it seems like they got rid of it. I don't think that's an issue. Maybe it's under the mask. They might have modeled it. There's a jolt there. And it's not part of the original design. Honestly, I'm loving it so far. I think his face is like the thing that throws me off the most. But honestly, it's... The thing is, I'm pretty sure this version of Springtrap, like, the whole point of the entity is that it takes things from different movies, and so this version of Springtrap is like not just some Springtrap, it's probably some Springtrap from an alternate universe that the entity has picked up. So him not being exactly the same as the game's timeline is perfectly normal. Like in the movies, the movie animatronics, their proportions are slightly not the proportions are different, but like their shapes are also a lot different. They're in each Fnaf universe. The animatronics are bound to look different, and that's not a bad thing. We're so used to accuracy. Like the Fnaf 2 animatronics are a lot more accurate than Fnaf 1 ones. Like just accuracy, people just love accuracy. So when something's not accurate, people bad, but it's not bad. Just because it's not accurate does not mean it's bad. Like the heads of the Fnaf animatronics, they look a little weird, but they're pretty high quality. Like it might look weird, but just because it looks weird doesn't mean it's bad. Like just because it's like not accurate doesn't mean it's bad. I think they could have slightly made it more accurate, the heads of the Fnaf animatronics, but ignoring the missing cupcake. This is gonna be jump scares in the map. Maybe that's gonna be one of the jump scares. I'm fine with this. I'm glad that they took some liberties, made them more realistic, made them cool looking. I'm glad. I think it's not a bad thing. You got a fresh take of Springtrap. It's nice. It's nice. As you can see, just it's a hole here, nothing there. The pole's not the same because I didn't bother changing his pose. That's yeah. It's a very faithful design, but it's also different. So his arms also seem to be a little thicker. It's more realistic. His proportions are a lot more. I mean, it's funny because Yellow Rabbit, his proportions are more exaggerated. Yet Springtrap, who you think would be the more cartoony one, is actually more realistic. Well, not just an observation. And I believe that is it. Unless, let me quickly check something. I'm going to quickly talk about the screenshots. As you see here, here's William again, doing that weird Ratatouille pose. Here is the front of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Something I immediately noticed is his hand right here. That was not a movie. That was a lot more different. There is the movie thing, and here's the hooking station. Seems to be slightly different than the movie one. They took inspiration. In the live stream, they said it was inspired by Fnaf 1. But if you look inside, that doesn't really look like Fnaf 1. My guess is that it's a combination of Fnaf 1 and Fnaf 1 the movie, like the Fnaf 1 game and the Fnaf 1 movie. Like this, I recognize this was not in the movie, right here. Like this is a lot more different there. The floor is different, I'm pretty sure. It's not a carpet. Like in the middle of the Fnaf movie pizza is a carpet, I remember. And the table's order is much more different. Like arcade is not there. It's like more to the right, and there's no like giant hole. Apparently, I found out this Freddy thing is a bootleg from Amazon. But it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica here. Bonnie, Freddy got the. You can't really see. He got the microphone. Chica's cupcake missing. Looks like Freddy's missing like her head. Looks a little like she's missing her chin. I don't know if you know what I mean. Freddy looks really depressed. Bonnie looks fine. Some tables. You got some blood. You got some weird infections thingy. Not sure what that's supposed to be. As I said, I don't play Dead by Daylight. There's a hole, which I assume is inspired by the ceiling light in that movie. Here's a better look at them. I'd say they're pretty alright. They're not. I don't think they're as cool as Springtrap, but it's because it said actors. It's a little weird, but it's not that big of a deal. The background characters, you're not playing as them. They do the job and there's light at them. Maybe they perform. That would be cool. Maybe they walk around and jump scare you. Probably won't kill you, but that would be cool, I think. These balloons are different, I'm pretty sure. Though, I don't know what that is. That looks like a newly drawn thing. I cannot tell. On the outside, I believe that might be a poster from. Actually, I cannot tell. It looks like Bonnie. That might be new. That looks like new, actually. Yeah, that is new. Here's the shot, Springtrap. The top half. Here's what looks to be the arcade room. There's a ball pit. There's a shoe there. Might be a reference into the pit. Might not be. I don't know. It's just a ball pit. It's got the net. But, you know, if you know, you know. Here, I believe it's coming out in June. License chapter, new killer, new map. Fortunately, no new survivor, but it's not surprising, I'll be honest. And here, oh, that's loud. See, this seems to be in the back. It reminds me slightly of the Fnaf movie background. And here, when I first saw this, look at this one right here. I thought it was like the straight game model. Like, it looked so similar, but if you look here, that is most definitely not the game model, you can tell. His eyes look further apart, and then you can see the bigger snout, and it kicked me out. You see, also Dako's doing the interview with Secret. I say tomorrow, but it's actually today now. 12:41. Then that's why I'm recording this late. But I believe that is it. Yeah, I've covered like most of the design things. It's the neon lights. I seem to have covered everything. Actually, one thing. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the jaw of that weird guy from Joy of Creation, the demo. I don't know why. It's like the red part. I'll put a shot on the screen. You might know. You might see like, oh yeah, but that's basically it. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I talked a little too much, but I'm not a modeler. But like these designs mean a lot to me. I notice things, like for example, when like I assume you probably already watched Sonic 3, but if not, spoilers, skip to this part. When Metal Sonic appeared, I immediately noticed that's the game design, but something's different, the lines, you know. I really pay attention to this. I really pay attention to this stuff. So this I saw, wait, something's different. Of course I need to take more of a look at it. And that's what we did in this video, we took a look at I already looked at it beforehand. But now, maybe you guys have more of a better perspective on the design. Hopefully, if you hated it, maybe I got you to like it. I don't know why you'd hate it in the first place, but not everything has to be about accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Feel free to join the Discord server. We've got a collab going on. There's like 10 parts left. If you want to join that, also join the Discord server. Go to collab submission. And I'll see you guys later. See ya.
I can't talk right now. I'm making piss.